In the realm of cinematic creatures, few names command more awe and admiration than Toothless, the last known Night Fury, and Godzilla, the king of the monsters. These two beings come from vastly different worlds, one from the magical skies of Berk, the other from the radioactive depths of Earth, oceans. But both are symbols of ultimate power, unmatched loyalty, an unstoppable force in their respective universes. Toothless, introduced in DreamWorks. How to Train Your Dragon series is more than just a dragon. He is a marvel of aerial agility, intelligence, and emotional depth. With pitch-black scales that vanish in the night and plasma blasts that tear through the sky, Toothless is a force to be reckoned with. As the personal companion of Hiccup Horrendous Haddock 3, Toothless has demonstrated not only raw power, but also strategy, speed, and heart. On the other side of the battle stands Godzilla, a walking nuclear apocalypse. First appearing in Japanese cinema in 1944, Godzilla has evolved into a towering icon of destruction and balance. Standing over 300 feet tall, Godzilla's presence alone can reshape entire landscapes. With atomic breath, thick hide resistant to nearly all weapons, and regenerative powers, he is both nature's wrath and its guardian. Now, imagine these two beasts meeting. Not across oceans or skies, but in a battleground where both could unleash their full potential. Could Toothless speed, stealth, and intelligence outmaneuver the colossal fury of Godzilla? Or would Godzilla simply overwhelm the Night Fury with his sheer mass and firepower? Let's dive into the details and find out who would win this mythical showdown. Night Fury. Toothless's power, precision, and purpose. Toothless is no ordinary dragon. As the only known Night Fury in existence, his species is said to be the unholy offspring of lightning and death itself. Measuring just under 30 feet in length and weighing roughly 2,000 pounds, he may not be a giant by monster standards, but what he lacks in size, he makes up for in speed, stealth, and intellect. Toothless's primary weapon is his plasma blast, a concentrated bolt of bluish-purple energy capable of blasting through stone and armor alike. He can fire multiple shots in succession, and with pinpoint accuracy. His blasts are even more potent in his alpha form, where his scales glow with bioelectricity and his strength multiplies. His true advantage, however, lies in his flight capabilities. With retractable teeth, a streamlined body, and a powerful tail fin, Toothless can soar through the skies faster than the eye can follow. He can perform barrel rolls, sudden dives, and vertical ascents with perfect control. In his hidden world, we even see him evolve wings of lightning, electromagnetic enhancements that make him fly at nearly sonic speeds. Stealth is another powerful card in his deck. His ability to camouflage mid-flight makes him invisible to the naked eye, allowing for sneak attacks and evasive maneuvers. His intelligence rivals that of a human, understanding complex strategies, emotions, and even technology when flying with Hiccup's mechanical tail fin. But Toothless is not invincible. His size is still that of a medium-sized creature, and his physical strength is dwarfed by monsters like Godzilla. Without Hiccup controlling his prosthetic fin, his mobility is slightly reduced. Still, when fully sensed and aware of his surroundings, he becomes a nearly untouchable phantom in the sky. Godzilla, a titan, strength, rage, and resilience. Now let's shift focus to the living embodiment of ancient power, Godzilla. This kaiju titan is not a dragon, but something far more terrifying. Originating as a creature mutated by nuclear radiation, Godzilla has since been reimagined as a primeval guardian, maintaining balance on Earth by defeating threats beyond comprehension. Godzilla's size alone is his greatest advantage. Standing over 300 feet tall and weighing over 90,000 tons, he's a mountain that walks. His sheer mass means that even stepping forward sends shockwaves across the battlefield. Buildings crumble, oceans split, and enemies scatter under his weight. But Godzilla isn't just a lumbering beast. He is an apex predator with a wide range of offensive abilities. His signature move, the atomic breath, is a concentrated beam of radioactive fire that can melt steel, destroy monsters, and even shoot into the sky like a lighthouse of destruction. This beam is not just fire. It's high-energy plasma fused with nuclear radiation, and it has the power to vaporize enemies in a single blast. Godzilla's skin is nearly impenetrable. Missiles, bullets, and even other kaiju's claws often fail to scratch him. His regenerative abilities allow him to recover from damage that would kill most creatures, and in some iterations, he survived being impaled, crushed, or even nuked. He is not fast, but he's relentless. His tail is like a battering ram, and his claws can crush tanks. Godzilla is a natural disaster personified. A hurricane with scales, a tsunami with a roar, and when enraged, he enters a burning state, or evolves into higher forms with even more destructive capabilities. The only real vulnerability Godzilla has is his size, which can make him an easy target in open skies, and his lack of agility. But those weaknesses are rarely enough to stop him. Once he's locked onto a target, he doesn't stop until it's obliterated. The battle scenario: brains, flight, and nuclear fury. Imagine a battlefield, part ocean, part sky, and part volcanic terrain. Both creatures enter. Godzilla rises from the ocean floor, the water boiling around him. Toothless, perched atop a cliff, spreads his wings, plasma crackling at his mouth. Toothless would have to strike first. He would likely stay airborne, using speed and stealth to avoid Godzilla's deadly gaze. Flying at full velocity, Toothless could launch plasma blasts aimed at Godzilla's face, joints, or dorsal plates, trying to weaken or distract him. He might even use his lightning mode to fly faster and launch surprise strikes. But the problem lies in Godzilla's endurance. Plasma blasts would hurt, maybe even stun him, but not fatally. Godzilla's atomic breath, once aimed properly, could clear the skies in seconds. One hit would be the end of the Night Fury. Toothless would have to keep moving, never staying in one spot long enough for Godzilla to line up a shot. If Toothless got close, he might attempt to blind Godzilla with quick hits to the eyes or dorsal plates. However, any direct hit, even a tail swipe or debris caused by a stomp, could cripple or kill him. The aerial advantage would only last as long as Godzilla stayed grounded. If Godzilla roared with enough force or triggered an explosion, even Toothless's balance could be thrown off. In a night setting, Toothless could go full stealth, perhaps confusing Godzilla. But again, confusion does win a war. It buys time, and against an opponent that never tires, time eventually runs out. Final verdict: can the Night Fury defeat the King of Monsters? So now comes the final question. In a fair fight between Toothless and Godzilla, who truly wins? Toothless has superior intelligence, unmatched agility, strategic stealth, and long-range plasma blasts. In any battle requiring speed, tactical retreat, or hit-and-run tactics, he would dominate. He could inflict minor injuries and stay ahead of Godzilla for a while, especially if terrain and weather favored him. But Godzilla is not built for speed. He's built to endure, to absorb damage, adapt, and retaliate with overwhelming power. While Toothless can avoid a few blasts, he only needs to make one mistake, and that one mistake could mean instant death. In a one-on-one direct confrontation, Godzilla wins, not because he is smarter, but because he simply can't be stopped by anything short of another kaiju. Toothless is a champion of Drans, a symbol of freedom and friendship. But in the face of nuclear wrath, even the fastest wings may burn. Verdict: Godzilla defeats Toothless in a full-scale confrontation. But if the battle is stealth-based, environmental, or hit-and-run in nature, Toothless could outmaneuver him and escape. Victory in survival? Toothless. Victory in power? Godzilla. Now it's your turn. Who do you think wins? Comment below, and let the Dragon War begin. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.